Hi everyone. In this quick video we're going to have a quick look at the Game Mode Extreme functionality on Panasonic televisions. We're going to explain what the functionality does, how you can use it, and also what you need actually to set it up. So to begin, Game Mode Extreme is actually designed to give you the best gaming experience possible, and it reduces input lag and enhances response time so your actions feel instant and smooth whilst you're gaming. With support for high frame rates and next-gen console features, you'll get ultra-fluid gameplay with incredible detail, which is actually perfect for competitive and immersive gaming. The first thing that you need to do in order to use this functionality is make sure that you have a gaming console or a gaming PC that supports high frame rates and also supports some of the functionality that I'm going to show you in a bit. At the same time, make sure that you connect to a compatible port, both on the console and on the television. In our case, we've connected to HDMI number 2. Right. The next thing you need to do is make sure that if you want to use, for example, high frame rate, you actually have that enabled from the menu of your console. In our case, we actually have an exposed console here. So I'm just going to quickly go into the menu. So I'll switch my input here to the console. Give me 1 second. To HDMI number 2. Then we're going to go into the menu on the console. I think I can find my settings. And within settings, just go to TV and display options. Select that. And the first thing you need to do is, of course, make sure you have the right resolution on the TV, which normally is going to be 4K, and then select refresh rate. As you can now see, the setting is 60 Hz. So we want to go and enable 120 Hz. Do that. We'll get this confirmation screen. I'm going to keep that. And now we're ready to actually game in 120 Hz refresh rate. Let's get out of the menu and open one of the first games. So one of the first ones that we have here is Call of Duty. So if you just open this up, and then I'll show you, as you can already notice, if you missed there on the top right, we have Dolby Vision compatibility. And now on the TV, we have customized a button called the My App button, where we customize the game control board. And after this intro finishes, I can show you what you actually have in it. I'm going to sign back in and then press A to start. There we go. I'm just going to start like a basic multiplayer match. And then I'm just going to press the My App button, which will take me into the game control board. Just give it a second until this loads. So already what you can see is on the left hand side we have the picture mode, and because the signal on the console is already in HDR Dolby Vision from the game, because the game is really important in how it's been mastered, you can already see how the TV is set to Dolby Vision game. The next thing is the sound mode. And the great thing about Game Mode Extreme compatibility is that you can actually switch between RPG and first-person shooters. RPG gives you a more surround sound, whereas when it comes to FPS, it gives you a bit more directionality, so it's easier to find enemies. Next setting is the auto low latency mode. In this case, because we have 120 Hz compatibility, this is grayed out and it's already set to fast. In case you don't have this compatibility, you can manually control this setting. Next, we have, again, auto low latency mode, which is already enabled. We also have variable refresh rate, and we can turn this off and on depending on the game. This is highly recommended when you have G-Sync or AMD FreeSync compatible device. In that case, the console will actually send the signal and the TV usually will switch automatically this setting to on. Next, we have the HDR tone map. In this case, because the console gives us Dolby Vision signal already, the HDR tone map is locked into the Dolby Vision spectrum. However, if you actually have a different type of HDR signal, then you can customize it. And we'll have a look at this in another video. Next thing is the duck visibility, which is really helpful, especially in shooters, where you can sometimes have difficulties finding enemies in the shadows, but this actually helps you control the black level, and it's making you a better sniper, let's say. The next setting is the 60 Hz refresh mode. And once again, this is grayed out because we, as you already know, are on 120 Hz setting. However, this is really helpful if you do have a signal that's in 60 Hz. Enabling this will ensure that you have the right synchronization between the panel and the source, and the game will actually be a lot smoother than without activating it. The last bit is our information, and in this case, if we select display, you can see here in the top right, we have the resolution, we have the refresh rate, we have the bit rate, we also have the color gamut, so BT 2020, and a lot more information depending on the game and the source device that you have. In this case, because I have a Microsoft Xbox, that's exactly what we have there. We also have information about the auto low latency and the HDR type, which we already covered as Dolby Vision. So I hope this helps. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video where we take a closer look at some other settings. Thank you. Bye-bye.